In the words of Mike Goldberg, here we go. By the way, yep. Okay, Slugfest Wizard here. You guys know the deal. Doing my picks and my predictions for UFC 121, Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez in the middle of Brocktober on the 23rd. Honda Center, Anaheim, California. All that stuff coming off of UFC 120, Bisping versus Akiyama and all that things. So, alright. I've been looking forward to this card for a while now. We've got a very important heavyweight fight. We're going to find out who's staying with the UFC. We're going to find out who is for real. We're going to find out who's going. And we're going to maybe have some history made. Or two. So, from the top, Brock Lesnar, the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion, taking on undefeated 8-0 Cain Velasquez. This is going to be a difficult fight to pick, or to predict. Because we've got... here's the thing. Like, for a while, Brock Lesnar was out of competition in the UFC. For a year, because of diverticulitis. And, he's quoted as saying that diverticulitis kicked his ass and he came out on top. And then Shane Carwin kicked his ass and then he came out on top of that too. So, Lesnar in his last fight against Shane Carwin at UFC 116, he showed a lot of things, but we've still got some questions that are not answered about just who Brock Lesnar is as a mixed martial artist and what his future is like in the heavyweight division, and this will be a perfect test of that against Cain Velasquez. Velasquez coming off of his first round knockout of Minotauro Nogueira, in which Nogueira was the favorite in that fight. In that one, Velasquez showed his improvement in his timing, accuracy, and knockout power, and his evolution. But people keep talking about his fight with Chet Congo and how he didn't finish Chet Congo and how his victory over Ben Rothwell was mostly due to the referee stepping in a bit prematurely. So that's how it goes. But Velasquez is deserving of this title shot. The only other guy that is deserving of a shot at the heavyweight title, I think, right now is Junior Dos Santos, and we all know that. But yeah, Brock Lesnar, he's like 265 pounds. He's got incredible reach. He's a Division I All-American. Hold on, this page out. Yeah, 33. From Minnesota. He is training out of the Team Death Clutch, CSW Training Center. His own kind of personal center. Has not lost since getting knee-barred by Frank Mir, beat Heath Herring, Randy Couture, Frank Mir in a rematch, and, but you guys don't need me to tell you that, of course. So what do I think is going to happen in this fight? Cain Velasquez has not fought a guy of Brock Lesnar's size and strength yet, so I don't know, because we have not seen Cain Velasquez off of his back. We've not seen him in a moment where he was not in complete or most control of his fights. And if there's anyone that can take Cain Velasquez out of that control that he's usually used to having in his fights, because his center, his ability to use his weight and do such powerful strikes constantly, because Cain Velasquez is not going to gas like Shane Carwin. Just for the record, Brock Lesnar, I picked Shane Carwin for Brock Lesnar's fight against him. And we all know what happened. Brock Lesnar went out there, survived a hell of a beating, and then came back to catch Shane Carwin with an arm triangle choke in round 2. Is Lesnar capable of submitting Velasquez? That remains to be seen, because I don't know, can Brock Lesnar, if he gets tagged by Velasquez, which I think he's going to, is his chin going to, is he going to be able to still work in the following rounds? But that another question was answered during his fight with Shane Carwin, where Brock Lesnar was tagged multiple times, so we know that Lesnar's chin is legit. He's got a lot of power. His stand-up game really needs work, so please, Brock, just work on your stand-up game and your muscle memory in your stand-up game. That's what I have to say. And as for Cain Velasquez, 6 or 7 months ago, I would have picked Cain Velasquez to beat Brock Lesnar. But as things look right now, I gotta go with Brock Lesnar to retain his heavyweight title by either a 5-round unanimous decision or by submission in late 3rd round. That's how I see it going. So good luck, guys, good luck to both of them. Next fight. I would spend a while talking about that one. Let me see something. Hang on. Okay. Next, we got Jake Shields making his debut against Martin Kampmann. I have not seen all of Jake Shields' fights, so I'm not going to pretend like I am an expert about the guy, but he is on a 14-fight unbeaten streak, has not lost since, I believe it was 2004, against Akira Kikuchi at a Shoto, 2004. Yeah, of course. He also lost to Ray Cooper, Philip Miller, and Marty Menderes. Other than that, he's beaten Mike Pyle, Renato Verissimo, Yushin Okami, Carlos Condit, Toby Imada, Robbie Lawler, Jason Miller, and Dan Henderson. A huge victory when he left, when his contract was up. He fought Dan Henderson. You guys know how that went. He also is the middleweight. He also has a purple belt in the Pan American Championships of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So, and for Martin Kampmann. He's an outstanding striker. He's all the way from Denmark. He's 28. He's got a record of 17 wins, 3 losses. One of his last losses was to Paul Daly. He then submitted Jacob Volkman and won a decision. He really impressed me again with his victory over Paulo Thiago, in which he neutralized Thiago's range and his jiu-jitsu game, and he was just overall the better fighter. So, Martin Kampmann is the perfect gateway fighter for Jake Shields to fight. And even though I'm aware of Kampmann's credentials to win this, I'm going to pick Jake Shields to win, again, by either TKO or a split decision. That's how I think this fight's going. Next up, we got Diego Sanchez, Paulo Thiago. I haven't thought about this one. Diego Sanchez just needs to, I think, win this fight. If he doesn't, I'm sure he'll get one more chance. He's lost 2 in a row to BJ Penn, and he lost 1 fight to BJ Penn and also to John Hathaway. John Hathaway himself also recently lost last weekend in England. This is also a difficult one, but I feel like I should pick Paulo Thiago, even though my mind's telling me go with Diego Sanchez. So, Diego Sanchez by TKO round 3, or again a decision. Even though I'm excited about this card, I'm starting to realize a lot of these fights seem like they're going to go to a decision. Believe me, I want to see Brock Lesnar knock Cain Velasquez out. I don't know if it's going to happen because Cain Velasquez has a tough chin. Even if you just look at his jaw, that's all the evidence you need. And then Tito Ortiz, the Huntington Beach bad boy, returning again to face his Ultimate Fighter protege, Matt Hamill. Hamill, the only guy to hold a win over John Jones in a fight in which he actually did not defeat Jones. It was by disqualification. Then he came back and won a majority decision over Keith Jardine. He's got victories over Mark Munoz, Reese Andy, Tim Boetich. He has a loss to Rich Franklin and Michael Bisping. Those are his only losses. Tito Ortiz. He has not won a fight since 2006. He didn't look very good against Forrest Griffin. For some reason I picked him there. Tito Ortiz still has some ring rust, I believe, and injuries. He's got a cracked skull, too, while training up at that high altitude at the Big Bear camp. So I'm not going to say a whole lot about this one, except I believe Matt Hamill's going to take this one.